What would I need for my stream to do? And the new one, when that's done, is gonna have a lot more going on. Plus NEUE, that goes through analog. Analog. All right. So this is drag, and I had already done the thumbnail. So this is usually what my thumbnails look like. But this is probably like the third refinement. And what I mean by a thumbnail is something really, you know, or shorter, or it might be depending on the subject matter. Let's go to 22. 22 is yeah. All right. So all right. So again, this is just refining it, refining just more detail. Oh, snap. I started this stream without sending my client the Hawk study. I decided to change up the dragon's face. No. I just just do it like that. There we go. Ain't two watching. 11 minutes ago. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna try something. Yeah, see. Sometimes, man, like you just see it. You just gotta like, yep. Shout out to all the viewers in Belgium, England. I wonder who's watching in England. Who in England is watching? Yeah, like a short beard. There we go. Short hair in the front, you know? All right. I'll probably just keep these short then. Like a really short, stumpy, ridgy looking fur, right? Like the same height as the spikes. Nothing too dominant, you know? It's like I'm not gonna have it flary like the other ones, like a lot of hair, but just like really short, stumpy hair. Like you just got a fresh cut from the animal, from the dog groomer. You see them dogs when they, or the cat, when the pets get like a fresh cut, you know? Middle finger should be wild long. Let's bring this one back a little bit. There we go. Oh, numbers is up. Okay. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Say something in the chat. Free speech is good in here. I promise you. I promise you on that. All right, so just say hi. Hi, how you doing? Let's make the number of people in here match the amount of likes. Oh my God. If this is like a brief glimpse into what it is to like run a network program, this is next level. You know, this is next level. Okay. This dragon's gonna go by pretty fast. It's like a, you know, less than half the body. It's like less than half the body, and I think the rest of the dragons after this are a lot more intense. Extra limbs, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna change some of them up. I'm inspired by that game, Black Myth. Yeah, I want to try some stuff that's in that game. Yeah, like how would it look like if the dragon was like this, or this Oni and stuff like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Hey Lady Silk. Yeah, it's just for I'm redoing a book that I published, like I had published like a little over 10 years, like 11 years. Make it a little bit more contemporary. A lot of this stuff, I just don't draw it like that anymore, or it's a lot more refined. You know, I've learned a lot since when I originally did this book. You know, and so what a better way to, you know, now it is just more of updated movements, things that like how, especially the way the claws look, the face. I'm kind of going for like a what happens if you mix a lizard and a dog together. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna ink it like this. Yeah, let me just finish it like this. I know I should just be making more, turn this as much content as possible, but I remember doing this one and saying to myself, like, oh, if somebody was to come in and say, hey, I want to get like something on my back or my ribs, I'll just draw it up like this real fast, you know, and ping, pow, boom, that's it, you know. And they have a back piece, or they have a sleeve, or they have something going on, you know. And that's something that I kind of picked up from working in a street shop. It's probably what I miss about like those street shop days, when it's just so busy. You turn away a person that wants a sleeve, you know? Wait, what size? Oh, no, that's stupid. That's wild thick. I mean, oh. whoa, what pen? Studio pen. Why did it bleed out on the side like that? You see that? What'd you say? What? For? I can't give out that information, man. You know what? If you send me $100,000 right now, I'll tell you who I'm voting for. But other than that, I don't really talk politics, man. I pay taxes. I pay taxes, yo. That's my answer. That's my conservative answer to that question. I pay taxes. Shout out to Star for teaching me that one. Shout out to Star for teaching me that one, yo. I use that all the time now. When somebody asks me who I'm voting for, I'll be like, I pay taxes, yo. I can't give that out. I'm a you know, yeah, that's my answer. My answer is I pay taxes. Hey, come on, Ace. Who? That's the same question. Like, what do you mean? Who I want to win? That's asking me like that's basically saying like, yo, who you voted for? Because when I vote, what I look like to you, man? Yeah, but you want to know who I'm voting for? Drop a donation. Drop a donation, yo. Oh, you only got 100K? Then you out of my tax bracket. You are not part of my tax bracket, so I can't tell you that information. Look at that. You see that, folks? That's how you gotta navigate people, man. You gotta navigate people like that, man. I tell you some information like that, and you're not even in my tax bracket. Sorry. Doesn't make sense, yo. If it cuts off on Instagram, I'm giving y'all a little sneak peek. Instagram, you could go on X right now and just look up my name, Andre Malcolm Studio, or you could go on YouTube and watch it. Instagram is weird like that. The algorithm don't like me no more. Yo, Will Lolly was good. How you doing, Tattooed by Venus? How's your day so far? I don't know. It's a fully stock brush. I haven't changed anything. You want to know what brush it is? Yo, times is hard, man. You gotta pay. Times is hard. Times is hard, baby. No. It's I'm fucking around. I'm playing. It's studio brush. It's just tricks to the brush. It's just like to give it like this nice brush thick, tapered look. You gotta. It's a trick in itself. You gotta. It's all about perspective. So the way I'm drawing it, it's on what size paper? It's all about the size of your paper that you use these brushes. So it's 24 by 40 inches. And with that, it's like, I'm really drawing it because on that size, because my printer prints 24 inches wide by 50 yards. Usually like if I do like if I use if I'm gonna do like a painting on archers, it's usually 22 by 30. And so I draw to fit the size, right? And so like when you work within that space, but Do you get what I'm saying? It's slow everywhere, and it's been like that let's say ever since COVID, or even before that. I was going through some legal stuff to get the company back, and by the time I got the company back, COVID had already started. And I was wondering if I should even keep it going. But I want to. I took on that. I took on that. I made the decision of doing something like that, and yeah. So why don't you just text me? So I'm going to yeah. I might just do a GoFundMe page, and if y'all want to support it, then fine. Like it. Yeah. Thank you. That is your favorite wash, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was something that like, would that make sense going? No, it doesn't make sense coming that way. I have to do it this way because this is coming from the side. This is going up. All right, yeah. Would this be tattooable? Yeah, it would be tattooable. I mean, like you're gonna be using like, I mean, the way I would do it, 9 and 11. 9 round and an 11 round. 11 would be calligraphing everything. But it looks good. Honestly, it looks good with a lining it with a 7 and then calligraphing it with a 10 hollow. I'm working on one right now, and it's even a dragon. It's a cover up too. So I mean, yeah, it works. And even smaller needles too. I mean, the thing is, it's you're not going to lose any character doing it that way. Let's just say that. I remember one time, I remember one time, a tattooer, well, not even one time. I remember a few tattooers just, and I got the pictures too of them sending me pictures of the dragons that they did, and you know what? Everybody has a different me in like in the shop that you're at, I got some I got like some bottles, and now I'm waiting for Henry to get back. We were talking maybe like last week, week before, and about the project. The reason why I'm using this particular brush, because it has the it has the brush effect that I like if I was to use a Sumi brush, you know, a particular style Sumi brush. Cause and then also too, like I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to like really fully duplicate the look of a brush. Like if I was to tattoo this, is gonna be really close to this, right? Like any one of these dragons in here could be tattooed, right? And and uh and and that's like kind of like what I'm going for also, like a bolder lines. But yeah, everything in here is the closest to a tattoo as possible. Look at that, man. See what Instagram did? You see what Instagram did, you know? They be on that. Yeah, man. I mean, it could be that too, you know? Silk says, you like smaller scales more than bolder scale. I mean, yeah, you know what? That's preference, you know? Like I said, like everybody, you know, everybody's hands aren't the same. And that means their eyes aren't the same either, right? It's kind of like your taste. I don't know if you tattoo or not, but like but it seems like you're familiar with like tattooing. But yeah, it's like I particular don't really do small scales anymore. I like my stuff a little bit bolder, right? Yeah, I like to have the dragon scales just a little bit bolder. So like when I'm like when I do like individual scale shading, it's not overwhelming to the eye, you know. I take from nature. I understand that it's like reptilian scales are tighter, right? But like something like, you know, and I think it was supposed to be said like I can't remember what was it like. I don't know if it's the older dragons have bigger. Well, I want to show that like some type of growth or some type of like large boldness to them. So that's why my scales have like a bolder, older look, right? Bold holds. And that's kind of like, you know, that's my personal taste, you know. So it's like, and that's a thing too. Like it's to appeal to a certain certain eye, you know, and yeah. But you know, small scales are good too. So yeah. So yeah, if you ever get tattooed, and that's another thing too. Like a client can ask me that, hey, can you do the scale smaller, and I'll do it. You know, it's just yeah, it's and then a finding an artist that's gonna listen to you, you know, and that's it. Like I say that all the time. Like when you're, when you're ready to get tattooed, find the artist that you feel comfortable with. Especially if like, like tattooers, we kind of, oh snap, we kind of know what to look for. Whereas like some tattooers don't. I mean, some people don't. Like the average, no, sorry, not tattooers. So the average person does not know, you know, and some tattooers don't know a certain look, you know, like they might be new to it or they haven't done all the research yet. So there's all these different variables, you know, but like what I like to go for is a yeah, something that makes me feel comfortable, and then I just go with that, you know. My comfort comes from a more comfortable practitioner in this business. Did I have an apprenticeship? No, I didn't. I mean, the shop that I started out at was Tough City Tattoos in the Bronx, but there was no like formal apprenticeship. You know, it was kind of like learning from all the tattooers that were there, and then I worked with one of the guys that was there. His name was Jose Soto. Homie was nice, man. He was the wizard, you know, like, I mean, Jose knew everything when it came to like how tattooing was, you know, and he made machines, he made needles, he taught me how to do that. And it was dope. It was dope. He passed away 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I know it was during COVID he passed away. It was heartbreaking, you know. Yeah, to this day, like, this doesn't, yeah, I'm still not over his passing. Yeah, and yeah, I would, if I had never met him, you know, I don't think I would be where I'm at right now in tattooing. Even when I left, you know, the East Coast to come to the West, yeah, he, you know, I miss the dude. And yeah, his resilience was dope because he had an apprenticeship and the dude burned him, you know, like, it was like one of those, it's those apprenticeships that you hear that like the dude screwed him over, you know, he paid him and the dude screwed him over. And when you used to hear those stories of people that he was one of those guys that happened to, but it didn't discourage him. You know, he kept with it. And I think he was just on tap raw. Like, I mean, anything he put his mind to, he did it. Like, one of the last things I saw him do was he was buying lathes and rebuilding them. Not just buying them and using them. He was like figuring out how to make them. And that's like a really good thing to have in your community. Someone like, you know, those mechanical wizards, you know, and he like when he learned how to make machines, he didn't just learn how to make machines. He learned everything. Like, I mean, it was a point where he wanted to be able to like make his own screws, you know? Didn't just want to just buy him from and I think he honestly I think about it, man, he put that battery in my back to understand the back end of everything. No, he reinvigorated the idea, or not even just the idea, but the who, what, where, when, and why. You know, like, you know, he was tapping his own cores for, you know, coils, you know, and stuff like that. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was something that at that time I was just like, man, that just seems like a lot of work, right? But I wish that like I was raised in a way to be like, that's how it should be, you know? Because honestly, guess what? That's where the way technology is now, that's kind of like where humanity is going to have to go. That's what you're going to have to teach your kids is like, you know, who, what, where, when, and why, and understanding like, don't be afraid to learn how to make something. You know, how to make something from scratch. Because guess what? Now what I see on YouTube is guys making a lot, like not even just guys, but people making things from scratch. Like, oh, this is how we make motherboards. Oh, this is how we make, you can make light fixtures and bulbs and capacitors and stuff like that. I shouldn't say capacitors, but I mean, you name it. There's all these channels on YouTube just for, or you want to know how to make honey? All right, guess what? This is how you make honey. You want to learn how to plant? You want to learn how to plant roses the right way, organic way? All right, this is this. Just use some honey. You know, dip it in some honey, put it in the ground. They're defending this person. And yeah, he planted that seed to the point now where like, you know, it's affected me in a way that like, you know, like I had to really think about like, why am I like this all of a sudden? And this guy was like this in his 30s, you know, his 20s, you know, and like, and I was just trying to figure out how to like save money to pay rent. I don't know, but he's and Jose just definitely, I would say, was one of those guys that like, what? Like who are you? And you know, it's a gift, man. It was a gift that I wish more tattooers knew about him. You know what I mean? There's a gem of New York, yo. New York tattooers. But I'm glad I got to know him. I'm glad I got to know. Silk says, I like. Thank you for the $20 on my Cash Apps, Silk. Appreciate it. All right, little 20 spot. You know what I'm saying? Was I ever a fan of? Nah, bro. I'm good. You ain't never heard me play as long as I've been online, you ain't never heard me play a song by that dude. Yo, you know who I think has some like dirt on him, and it kind of makes sense now. That dude Aaron Magruder. You know, that dude Aaron Magruder, man, from some real good dirt on the diddler. I think he got some dirt on him, yo. Like he had certain people on his he made fun of certain people, and certain people, him and a few other people just made. They would say certain they had jokes, and it was like some very inside-ish joke, because that's kind of like something that like writers have sources, like when you write something and let's say you get the money, and then like let's say if you're a really, really good writer, right? I think that writer is gonna have a team, or he or she's gonna have a system of collecting data on certain people. And I think he knew about Diddler way before everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, none of this is like, none of this, like, I don't know. There's some weird connections that I've seen over the years that just like, and it's not even just because it's a movie or whatever, it's a TV show, but like all right, for instance, right, like this is just me being from the Bronx, right, and then like, and I said this before on YouTube before, this first time on X, but like, he went to Mount St. Michael, man. I used to hear weird stuff about Mount St. Michael. Grown people. I don't go to that school. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain scandals, man. Like, what's that movie? And it's a true event, and they made a movie about it. Is it Sleepers? But it takes place, like, You know, so there's things that like, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theory. Like I'm not, but like, or maybe it's just untrue. You know, maybe it's just untrue. I've been lied on before, so I know what it's like to be lied on, right? So that's the thing too, man. That's another thing too. Like to be lied on, like sucks, you know. So I'm not here to perpetuate whatever, but like, you know. Saying before, man, like when somebody asks me to write something, when somebody asks me to like sign something or do something for them, like what? And then all I do is just go on their page, see who they know, who they run with. I'm like, and then I go to the website, and I just back out. I don't reply to some people, man. Like, you gotta protect yourself these days in all different ways, man. So, you know what I mean? Because it's like the zombie apocalypse, man. Sometimes, you know, don't even worry about the zombies, man. You just gotta worry about the people. It's always the people that do like the most egregious, messed up ish, because, you know, I'm so paranoid these days, man. Like I was telling my wife, I was showing my wife something last weekend, man. We're taking our daughter to the basketball practice, and I was just like, yo, why am I standing like this? Like anybody could just walk up to me, man. So I just post up against the wall. At least now I can see who's coming from the right to the left. Anybody could, and then my wife was like, I'm paranoid, right? But then all of a sudden something happened where it wasn't something bad, but like she's standing there, and then this guy walks right by her, and she's like, damn, you right. And I was like, yeah. And even though it was an old man, you know, with his grandkids, she was like, oh, I see what you mean now. It's like, yeah, man, like there's different type of this situations can happen, and always watch yourself. I don't know why that drifted from writers and stuff, but writers, if you're a writer, especially a TV writer, and you know how to put stories together, you know what I mean? It works. Of all the actors, you know, why would South Park make fun of so and so? Oh man, you know, like it's a year ago he was giving away the masters to all these different artists that he had under him, right? They was all asking for it, and he wasn't giving it up. So this is something that was going to come down the pipeline, and can you stop it? And then there's just other things too, like it's like, you know, he was a poster boy for a liquor company owned by like some people that, you know, owned the people at one point. You know what I mean? Like, what you think was gonna happen? Like, you know, You know, like, yeah, you was making money off of liquor, but you know, like I think it's like this. It's like, yeah, you can make money off of liquor, right? Right, but like, you fail to realize that, like, yeah, you know, like, you're dealing with old money. You know what I mean? You know what old money means? Old money means old connections. There you go, yo. Old connections. Old friends. You know what I mean? People that get, like, you know, people that have the right ideas. Yeah, you might, you know, like, that's all it is. That's all it is. They can just make a phone call. Imagine that. Like, you dealing with people that just make a phone call. Suing, that means nothing, man. Like, they own the judges. That liquor brand own the judges. And it's like, yeah, well, it's always well, guess what? But that's how it is. That's how the world works, man. It's I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and that's just how it is. Just as how I could say, yo, it's like this, like that. Well, maybe it is, or not even maybe, but that's what it is. Yo, JP Morgan Chase owns crazy ships, right? Right? Cargo ships all around the world. There was a Coke boat that got caught, and a boat with like $1 billion worth of Coke, and nobody said nothing about it. It went under the rug. No investigation, no nothing. Nobody got arrested, no nothing. And so if that can happen, right? It could just be, if your attention can be diverted that something, and keep looking at it. And that's just how it is. Your mind is a computer, man, and whatever you put into it, that's how it is. They come easy, and it just sounds, I know it sounds very conspiracy theorist, but I believe in just logical shit, you know? I saw neighborhood drug dealers get, you know what I mean, crazy years in jail, you know, dragged through the mud and all this, all that, right? I'm not defending the drug dealer, but I saw that, right? Nobody could deny that, because I was saying this yesterday. I said this yesterday in my stream. I said, you go, the library is the best place if you want to know about a city or a state or a town. Go to any town and visit their library, right? And they'll tell you, they'll show you what their papers publish, right? Yeah, they'll show you all those things, right? And so, if y'all don't believe me, you go to the newspaper, go to the library, go to the library. You wanna go to New York? All right, one of your trips should go to the Natural History Museum, right? And then go to the newspaper area, all right? And they'll show you. You know, online is like that too. They even have an online section where you could just go there and just see what they write in the papers. See how like what the verbiage that they use for drug dealers, right? The verbiage is different for like large corporations that's owned by like people that like could just make you disappear like that. They can make shit happen, and that's just how it is. I didn't make the rules, you know. I just witnessed them. I don't know. So, you know, doing dumb shit. You making that much money, man, just be quiet. But it's hard though, you know, it's hard. Like, you know, when you don't come from money, when you don't come from money, you act different, you know. Your world is your perspective is so different. But like if you're born into money, they have a different perspective. That's why like I tell people, hey man, like you hit $1 million, you're gonna have a therapist. You gotta get yourself a therapist that could like teach you how to move with that type of lifestyle that comes with money. You know, because it's something new to you. You ain't gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? The world is your oyster now. You could do anything. You get a private jet. You don't need a passport anymore. Anywhere you go in the world, because if you own a jet, think about this, man. Like if say you own a private jet, your own plane, right? You know what that means? That means that like you have a level of freedom that the average person doesn't have. So until you could own a jet, you know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be like John Travolta or Tom Cruise, you know what I'm saying? But look, hey, you know the concept of like where Puffy is, and he don't know how long they was gathering intel on him. I mean, like I was saying before, the back end of it, right? Most likely watching what you're looking at, right? Like when they come to your house and they start they want to, like if the feds come to your house, you know, like they have a data collecting device. All it is just like a little device. They put it right next to your computer, and basically it just like it works off of Wi-Fi or some shit like that, right? And then you put it right next to the computer, and it just like pulls all the data off the computer. It doesn't even need your password. That's it. When the feds come, yo, they coming. Can he get out of this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe this is an elaborate rollout. I don't know. I mean, shit. You know, we're in the data collecting age, you know? We're in the data collecting age, and that's just about it, yo. Nothing you can do about it.
Okay, thank you. I did text you. You didn't respond.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no worries.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. God damn, I wanted to stream. All right. Yeah, fam. Yeah, you know, he's up there. He's done. He's donezo. That dude's donezo, man. He's donezo. You know, he's donezo. Like the amount of actors and actresses and you know, like it's come on, man. Like the court of public opinion already say he's guilty. You know, like that, like the mollywhopping he was giving Shorty in the hallway. That right there, he's done, man. Like even if he So you know what it is? He's gonna win the case, right? He's gonna win the case. All the charges are gonna drop. His whole career is done. Because who gonna stand next to him? Who gonna stand next to that dude? Like, even after she dropped the charges, because she gave him the money. He gave him the money. He gave her the money. The charges is dropped. It's over with. He ain't going to court for that. But like, if he's gonna go to court for orgies, like, but what's he testifying against? Like, what are the like they didn't find drugs in his house. Like, he's in Florida, cocaine. Like, that's what Florida was built on. That's what Florida was built on, man. Come on, like I don't know what the charges are. Like, tell me what the charges are. He's done. I made a point the other day. So I got a client, right? She does adult. Yeah, there you go. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this is just, this to me, man. Like, I'm just. I remember like back in the day, trafficking to me was dudes had whole tractor trailers and people in them. Remember that? That law is crazy because, like, that law is crazy because it can be so misconstrued. Like, the levels of it is, like, let's say remember they were like letting all these dudes out of jail. I was like, yo, something ain't right about that. You know what it is? They need more people in now, man, because they let too many people out. The money's low, so they switching up the laws. They switching up the laws to get new people in. Scary times ahead, B. Scary times. Oh man, he was claiming Native American for a long time, but he was like, man, this Native American blood is dangerous. They try to get me. Dropped him. What's the dude that played and the dude was in Pineapple Express, right? So it was like she tells him, I gotta go to New York for this. So he's, go ahead, baby, I love you. And I kiss on the face. She goes and do a little thing, right? So she goes out and meet up with this. So it's just a week of just smash, right? Between her and the actor. So matter of fact, this is what she told one of her friends, This one I heard, yo. So, you know, Franco right now is, her and Franco is just like, you know, he's got her head. I heard that and I said, what? Yeah, man, like what? Johnny ain't know, man. He thought none the wiser. Shit, I said, nah. They were like, yup. Yo, hairdressers got the best stories, B. Hairdressers got the best stories. And it happens, man. It happens to the best of us, man. It happens to the best of them, man. You know what I mean? Dre and Franco, man. We had beers together, man. What? I mean, yo. I mean, you got ops, you don't even realize it, man. But, you know, what you gonna do? Pure madness, man. It's madness. The world is going mad. Shit. Hey, man. What you gonna do? This way with it. Pure madness, yo. What'd you do, man? What'd you do if you were Johnny tried to hightail it out of there when he found out, you know? Hey, yo, man. Oh, man. What do you do? you're wrong for that, James Franco, man. Like, you know, you can't be hard. You can't be hard pressed for all of the amount of women that are in Hollywood. I don't get that with some dudes, man. Like the amount of women that are out there. I got a theory about it. I got a theory about that, right? Cause I've heard that happen before, yo. I've heard of dudes like go after another dude's girl. It always bothered me, like, why? I'd be like, oh, yo, my man, oh, why, yo? I have a theory though. Well, it doesn't look crazy. Like, it's got to look crazy on YouTube with the lines that start appearing out of nowhere. Little black horn dragon, you know what I mean? I guess I could just go into that, right? Yeah. There you go. All right. Little black horn dragon. All right.